This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Well, we'll go ahead and get started with our presentation. This is our Leaving Employment webinar, and what we want to talk about here this afternoon are folks that may not necessarily be retiring, but they want to, we want to talk about what your account options will be. And again, I'm Joel Thompson with Montana Public Employee Retirement, and thank you for logging in today. And we'll go ahead and cover this, and we will leave time at the end of the presentation for any questions you might have. Now, one of the first things we get, especially here at Impera, one of the major questions we get is, do I have to take a refund? And the answer in most cases is no. If a member in one of our systems that we administer has at least $1,000 on account, they can leave their money where it is. And it does not matter if you're vested or not. So mainly what we like folks to do if they're leaving employment and they're not sure about their options is to make sure and reach out and talk to us so we can discuss those options and help you make an informed choice. Now, members who do leave their contributions on account, you can return to that system later on and pick up where you left off. You can continue your membership. And also, it's very important is that you're still under the rules that you were hired under. From time to time, the legislature might change rules, retirement ages, how the formula works, but leaving that money on account and potentially going back can possibly give you, enhance your chance to receive a monthly benefit. And one thing we do want to, really stress here as well is that really this is your choice because it is your retirement account. And oftentimes, misinformation is circulated, or someone means well, but they don't really have the most up-to-date information to share with you. But again, anybody telling you have to do something, this is your choice alone, and it is your retirement account. So if a member decides to refund from one of our defined benefit systems, and that includes PERS and also our public safety systems, in all defined benefit systems, a member is entitled only to their contributions plus interest earned over time. And by law, employer contributions are not refunded in our defined benefit plans. Now, also, if you happen to take a refund of your account balance, we basically, cut you a check, give you the money. Those refunds are subject to applicable taxes. And for a lump sum refund, it is a very high tax rate. The IRS requires us to withhold 20% right off the top. And if you're under 59 and a half at tax time, you may be subject to another 10%. So, right off the top, an individual might be looking at 30% of their account just going to taxes alone. So, again, that's up to the individual. It's their account, but we just want to make sure that they understand, the implications. And also, when a member refunds from one of our systems, basically we go our separate ways. You give up your right to any future benefit, and your membership in that system ends. Now, for our members that might be in our defined contribution plan, that's the newer plan we've been offering since, around 2002. This is the plan that is very similar to what you would see in a 401k in the private sector. You're kind of in the driver's seat with this plan, and it's your individual account that you are managing. Now, participants in the defined contribution plan are entitled to their contributions plus any investment earnings on those contributions. And the big difference between the two plans, defined contribution and defined benefit, if you're a defined contribution plan member and have 5 years of membership service, you are vested in the employer contributions plus any earnings. But if a member happens to terminate or die before they are vested, the member will not receive the employer contributions. Those funds will stay in the system. And again, taking a refund, from the defined contribution plan, you do forfeit their right to any future benefit. In addition to, taking a refund, that can be rolled over to another qualified retirement plan. Or if you want, again, if you have $1,000 or more on account, you can leave it on account, continue to manage it. If you happen to come back to a PERS covered job, you can start contributing again. So there's a lot of flexibility with our defined contribution plan. Now, one question also we get quite a bit is, can I transfer my account? And in both of the plans that we administer, the answer is yes. You can do a direct rollover to a qualified plan. And the nice part about that is it is not subject to taxes. It's a way of deferring taxes on those accounts because you do not pay taxes until you take a distribution from that account. So, that's because your contributions are pre-tax. Whenever you take that money out, you are subject to those taxes. Now, in the defined benefit plan, only member contributions can be transferred. Again, you do not have access to the employer contributions. Now, over in the defined contribution plan, again, that 5-year vesting is really important. If you have your 5 years of membership, employer and employee contributions can roll over. But again, if you're not vested when you terminate and you try to do a rollover, it's only the member's contributions plus investment earnings. So just a few reminders as well. Particularly if you're leaving employment, and you're going to leave your money on account. Also, it's important to know that there is no time frame here. There is no, ticking clock that you have to make a decision about your account. Really what might be the best course of action, especially if you're moving to another job, is, take your time, find out what your new employer might offer, and also find out if they have a retirement plan that would accept rollovers from other accounts. In other words, do your homework and, figure out what's going to work best for you. Because, again, there is no time frame on this. If you do leave your money on account, make sure that you do keep your contact information up to date with us. That could be also your address and also your beneficiary information. Always keep that current with us here at Impera. If you're a member of the defined contribution plan and also the state of Montana's 457 deferred comp plan, you can update your information with Empower Retirement. And again, if you need to make changes, forms can be downloaded from our website, impera.mt.gov. And also, if you've been a member for quite a while and you're in our defined benefit retirement plan, you can always check to see if you're eligible to retire. If you're vested and you meet the age and service requirements, you might be eligible to start drawing a benefit. Also, if you have quite a few years in, but you're not age eligible to retire, that's not a problem because you can leave that money on account, wait till you're age eligible, and contact us at a later date, and we can put in for a retirement benefit for you. So again, there's a lot of things to consider here, and we just want to make sure that we kind of throw those ideas out there and make sure that you're making informed decisions and doing what's best for you and your individual situation. Now, I have some contact information here as well for folks that need to get a hold of us here at Impera. Our call center, we have a toll-free number, the 1-877 number you see at the top of the screen. Or if you're local, it's 406-444-3154. And again, the website is impera.mt.gov. And Empower Retirement, I have both their contact numbers as well, the toll-free number and the local number, and that would be for the office that they maintain here in Helena. Now, if you're outside of Helena, they can still put you in touch with the account rep that serves your area. So that's a really good place to, start first. And also general email. If you have questions, concerns, you just want to know how something works, our general inbox is impera@mt.gov. Also, this is our education department. Again, my contact information, my email, jthompson3@mt.gov, and my direct phone line to my desk. And also the other members of our education team. We have Natalie and Terry ready to help out if there's any questions you might have. If you're interested in refunds, our call center can assist you. Again, the call center, it's locally 444-3154 or the 877 number you see there. They can assist if you want to do strictly a refund, and they'll be able to get you taken care of. So again, just a very short presentation, but really a very important presentation. We put this together because we found out, in our years of doing this, that this was kind of a big question mark for a lot of folks that participating in our system, because a lot of times people just didn't know what their choices were, and oftentimes they made decisions based on, unfortunately, a lack of information. So we always encourage you, when in doubt, contact us. That's what we're here for. We'll be your resource. So that's all the information I have. Again, very short presentation, but very timely, very important, and we can certainly open up the floor for any questions you might have.